Okay, here's how we operate the mower. Here's the gas filler cap back here. Just unscrew it. Takes regular gas only. It's basic grade. Don't put diesel in it or anything like that. You ever need to push the unit by hand for some reason, you got to pull this rod out back here. Take that little clip out and stick the clip in one of those other holes up there in order to push the thing manually. But in normal operation, it has to be in that position right there. Very important with this hydrostatic drive, otherwise you can break the transmission. Check the tires over, once in a while. If you stand on them real hard, they should flex a little bit, and that's about the right pressure. It's only 10 psi. Fold the seat down. It's hydrostatic drive. There's no shifting for this transmission. It's automatic, of course. This is the neutral position here. And this is the reverse position in the back. This way. Reverse is very slow, and it works best if you actually hold it in reverse when you're backing up. And any forward position is obviously forward, and that controls your ground speed too, from real slow to fairly fast. This is the blade height control right over here. There's a little button on top. You got to push the button down in order to unlock it, and that's the. There's only two settings you really need. That one with the lever forward is for mowing the lawn, and raise it all the way back up to the top position for doing the trails, and also up alongside the driveway and so forth where you could hit rocks or something. So that's how that works. If you did need to adjust the blade height, you just turn this dial down here to ultimately raise or lower the deck. This is the blade engage control here. That would be engaged and blades running. That's disengaged and blade stop. Very important control. It does, the belts make a little bit of noise for a split second when you first engage them when the slack is being taken up. That's totally normal. Obviously this is the ignition key to start it. You come over here to the choke, pull the choke all the way out, turn the key on, and as soon as the motor starts to fire, push the choke almost all the way back in and let it run for 30 seconds or so. I usually set the throttle about 60-70% when I'm starting it. And so after it's warmed up for half a minute or so, again, make sure you push that all the way back in, and then run the throttle all the way up to full power whenever you're mowing. Very important. When you shut it off, I usually back the throttle off to, slowly back down to let it idle for about a minute or so to let the motor kind of cool down a little bit, and then just come over and turn the key off. If you have to get off the tractor while it's running, you have to push this is of course the clutch and the brake lever or brake pedal over here on this side. You push that in, and then this little rod engages to lock the brake down, and the blades also have to be disengaged in this position, and I usually throttle it down too if I'm getting off the mower to move something, do whatever. So, and then to restart it, when you put the clutch back in over there, this little stop rod will automatically disengage, so you don't have to worry about that. I leave this rubber strap on the chute here because it helps the grass eject a little better. To open the hood, I just pick it up and tilt it forward just like that. Very simple. The battery terminals are reversed from what you see on top here. This is actually negative. The black wire down here is negative, and the red wire here is positive. And if you open those up, you can see look at the actual battery markings. So if you ever had to jump that, make sure you pay attention to the battery itself, not these markings on top, because the battery had to be reversed to install it for this particular battery. This is the oil fill and place where you check it, the dipstick here. You just unscrew it, wipe it off, Stick it back in, screw it in, take it back out, and check the level. It should be at the top hole there, if it's proper level. It doesn't burn very much oil or anything, so it should be good, but it needs to be checked occasionally. That's about all I can think of at the moment. I usually use the air compressor and blast all the grass out of the top of the deck here after I'm through mowing and clear all these pulleys and stuff, obviously with the engine not running. If you ever need to unclog grass down in the chute here, also with the motor not running, I'll leave a thin steel bar. You just kind of slide in underneath there and knock some grass out of it once in a while, especially after mowing the trails. But that's about it, I guess. Let's see how that turned out.